Hello and welcome to this DraftKings preview. It's scorching hot outside today. Hopefully we can maintain some of that weather for tomorrow's game. It's the FA Cup final, Chelsea versus Arsenal. What a game this is poised to be. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get straight into it. Chelsea come into this game as favourites to win according to the bookies. They've had an incredible season under Frank Lampard, really showing the kind of youth that Chelsea do have and bringing them through. We do see the likes of Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech finally making it onto the slate for Chelsea. However, they are unavailable to play, so unfortunately we won't be picking any of those guys in our teams. This game is filled with passion, filled with history. Will we see Arsenal win yet another FA Cup? Their form in the FA Cup is astounding. They are the all-time FA Cup winners. So in terms of form, in terms of how the teams have been playing this year, that all goes out the window in this kind of game. It's a London derby, it's an FA Cup final, it's all to play for. The history actually tells that Arsenal are probably more likely to win this game than Chelsea, even after Chelsea beat them, absolutely slapped them in that European final last year in Baku. Without further ado, let's consider some of the players. So the set piece takers, as always, we have to look at first. They're the number one priority for our slate in DraftKings. So for Chelsea, you've got the likes of Willian, who is a doubt for this game. So if he does play, definitely want to consider on your slate. But if he doesn't, we could see the likes of Reece James taking quite a few corners and set pieces, and also Marcos Alonso gets on a few if Willian isn't playing on that kind of left-hand side. For Arsenal, we see the main man, Nicolas Pepe, taking a lot of their set pieces. Xhaka pops up now and again, and if Pepe's not on them, Bukayo Saka definitely will be. He's been given a lot more reign over set pieces, and he's a little bit cheaper now as well. I've seen him come in at the price of kind of 8,604. I thought that price was a little bit too expensive from him, but then I guess I got punished in that week because he did end up scoring, and he's now playing that kind of left wing role for Arsenal, getting much further forward than he has been previously. He was actually used to be considered as a defender on DraftKings. Now he's been pushed up to a midfielder role, and rightfully so. The main guys to look at on this slate are the likes of Aubameyang, Willian, Pulisic, Giroud, and Pepe. These are your most expensive guys on the slate. The guys who are most likely going to get the goals, and at the end of the day, that's what DraftKings is all about. It's about picking those players up who are going to score the goals. But on the other side, you also want to have players who have an incredible floor. I do really like Aubameyang. I think Arsenal will actually go and win this game, despite everyone saying that Chelsea are clear favourites. They've had a much better season. Arsenal are bottlers. I would be putting my eggs into the Arsenal basket for this game just because of the FA Cup history. Aubameyang comes in as the most expensive player on the slate, so whether you captain him, I'm not too sure about, because even if he does score, a player who is cheaper could definitely tick up and just get generally more points than Aubameyang, even if he does score. The players I do really like are the differential players, and the cheaper players that I do really like include the likes of Azpilicueta. He's been incredible for Chelsea, especially if you see Azpilicueta playing at right back. So effectively, if Reece James doesn't play and you see Rudiger, Zuma and Alonso playing and Azpilicueta as the fourth, you know that Azpilicueta is going to be playing at right back. And when he plays at right back, he absolutely dominates in terms of crossing stats, in terms of tackling stats. So even potentially captain him, because I've seen a few slates where Azpilicueta has been on that right back slot and he has absolutely bossed it for the entire game. We also have the likes of Lacazette and Nketiah coming in as cheaper striking options for Arsenal. I think these guys could be very good. They're obviously sort of very hit and miss players. If they go and score and get an assist, then they'll be very good for you. Other than that, they don't really have a flaw. Onto the goalkeepers now. I think this game will actually have a fair few goals in them, so you'd probably just be picking the side that you think is going to win. So if that being said, I would personally go for Martinez from Arsenal. I think he's going to have a good game. Also, in terms of defending for Chelsea, we have the likes of Rudiger. I've mentioned Azpilicueta. Alonso is very good. I mean, Rudiger coming in at 3,400. For me, that's a bargain when I saw him play previously. I think it was against Manchester United. He actually had an incredible game from centre-back. He was just whipping balls in, and he ticked up with a great score. So the main thing to focus on this game is getting the kind of base of players and then building a differential squad around them. So the base of players I'd personally go for would be the likes of Willian, the likes of Azpilicueta, and the likes of Aubameyang. Then all the other guys you can bring in will kind of be differentials to who you think is going to score, because at the end of the day we could see someone like Xhaka or someone like Rudiger pop up with a 10-pointer that we maybe wouldn't really expect. So get your main guys in there on the slate and then build around those guys. So if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.